In general, I must say that these protests had a very peaceful nature, and the main demands of those people who took part in these protests were to have very decisive measures by the government in terms of developing socio-economic policy of our country, in terms of improving social protection of our people, and they were demanding for a fair, I would say, society with a fair distribution of the revenues that our country has from oil and gas sector, and other sectors of our economy. But then these protests turned into, I would say, attacks on, first of all, in Almaty, attacks on the main buildings, facilities, police station, hospitals, firefighters, so on and so forth. And what we see today is that it was an attempt by internal and external forces to use these protests in order to destabilize the situation in our country and to create chaos. So, as our president said, there are some external and internal forces that are trying to use this protests in their own goals. He established an interagency uh, investigation group, and now the investigation is underway. And I hope that in the near future we will know the names, we will know the exact groups that were participating in all these attacks against our country, against our society. Moreover, I must say that just recently, as you might know, the ex-chairman of the National Security Committee was arrested, Mr. Massimo. So let's wait for the outcomes of this investigation. So the Article 4 of this treaty says that if any country experiences any aggression, I mean this armed attack that can pose any threat to integrity, to sovereignty, to security, political stability of any member state, then other member states of the CSTO should consider this aggression as aggression against all member states of the CSTO. This is the reason why, upon request of our president, other member states supported us and sent forces to assist our local law enforcement, our Ministry of Defense. The main mission of these forces was to support our forces and protect our strategic facilities. That's it. They were not involved in this anti-terrorism operation. Exactly. Yes, just yesterday, our president declared that the situation in general is stabilized, and now we are really thankful to the CSTO forces, and he declared that they would leave in the next 10 days. The regional collective responsibility of the countries of our region. In my humble opinion, we should stop blaming someone for the problems that we have in our own region, and we should take responsibility and act decisively. And in this term, Kazakhstan is trying to do its best in terms of help our Afghan neighbors. In September and in December, our officials visited Kabul. We have two main, I would say, goals. The first one is to restore our bilateral trade in terms of to help the Afghan government to overcome this economic crisis. And the second part of our mission is to provide our other brothers with humanitarian assistance because people are suffering, and we, first of all, we believe that we should extend our help to the people on the ground. In terms of trade, first of all, I must say that last year, not in last year, in 2020, we decided to establish three working groups, joint working groups on trade, another group dedicated to developing our cooperation in transport, and joint working group on energy issues. So, within the framework of these three working groups, we are developing cooperation between Kazakhstan and Pakistan. When it comes to Afghanistan, I must say that this probably one of the best options for developing our bilateral trade to deliver goods. And in December and in November, I held a number of meetings with people from logistics companies who are dealing with delivering goods between our countries. And they say that nowadays it is even easier to deliver goods, to transport goods via Afghan soil, because the Taliban they took under control the whole country, and you can easily cross easily cross Afghanistan just paying a one-time fee. It's something about 50,000 rupees, and that's it. So, in terms of our diplomatic and military cooperation, I must say that we have an excellent relations in this field. We don't have any conflicts. We don't have any, disputes. Moreover, we cooperate very effectively, not only at bilateral but also on multilateral level within the framework of our regional organizations such as, Shanghai Cooperation Organization and other very important regional structures. And we should use each and every uh, possibility, each and every platform to develop dialogue in the region. I always say that if we want to make our region successful, competitive on international markets, we should interact. We should have on regular basis talks dedicated to different areas of our cooperation, bilateral and multilateral. In this term, I must say that Kazakhstan, from the very beginning, was promoting different international initiatives, such as, for example, Congress of World and Traditional Religions. Another very important platform is the Conference on Interaction and Confidence Building Measures in Asia, SICA. These two very important initiatives of Kazakhstan have the main goal to strengthen security and stability in our region. So I believe that using, for example, SICA platform, we can develop dialogue. The most important thing is to have a dialogue. Without a dialogue, it would be impossible to develop cooperation. It doesn't matter in which area. You know, let's start from Pakistan. Um, last year, Pakistan adopted a strategy called Central Asia Vision, and they set out five main priorities. Among them is people to people. So we believe in Kazakhstan as well as in Pakistan that people to people is an extremely important dimension, because when it comes to cooperation between our countries, it's not only about trade, it's not only about economic cooperation. It is maybe first of all and foremost about our peoples. The main issue that we need to address today is the lack of information. Our societies know little about each other. And if we want to strengthen our ties, and if we want to develop cooperation, again, at the level of B2B, whatsoever, we first of all should raise awareness of our peoples about our countries. Moreover, when it comes to Pakistan, I must say nowadays it's about kind of misperception. It's about distorted stereotype about beautiful country in Pakistan. So that's why we should work at the people-to-people level, delivering this message, spreading information about business opportunities, about investment climate, about culture. Again, we have so many things in common that should unite us. So that's why we believe that people-to-people contacts can contribute greatly in terms of strengthening ties